Welcome back. Previously, I talked a little bit about leaving anger and about the lies that keep us in conflict with each other. Today, I'm going to talk a bit about how to find peace with people who seem intolerable. We've noted that statesmen disagree with respect. When we respect those around us, we can disagree without causing destruction. What does it mean to disagree with respect? Well, first of all, it means to listen, even though all the way through, to listen all the way through, even when someone is wrong or we just disagree with them. And this is a very important and very actually difficult thing for a lot of people to do. But it is very important as a way to show respect. If we listen all the way through when someone is talking, they can listen to our response knowing that we have taken the time to actually hear them. It also means answering the argument, not the personality. We need to refrain from judging the worth and personality by demanding that those who have worth match our beliefs. So we have to listen carefully. We have to consider what was said. And we have to give thought about answering. Show that we've thought about answering before giving our answer. When we do this, we show not only that we have given thought, but that we've stayed on topic. This is how statesmen did it in the past. They considered what was said, they thought about the answer before they gave it, and they stayed on topic. This avoids a lot of name calling and other things that cause more division and don't lead to reconciliation or resolution of problems. They also avoided assigning motive and action when they were not in evidence. What does this mean? It means that we can't just say that someone believes something. We have to show through what they've actually done or said that they do. We have to show evidence that someone believes what we think they believe. They also didn't declare war on people. Too many times today, we see speakers declaring war on their opponents. What the statesman says is, I disagree. I will oppose you vigorously, but I welcome accord. Compare that to what we see most often today, which is, you must agree, I will destroy you, we will be at war until you surrender. This is not a way to seek unity. This is a way to seek conquest. And conquest, quite frankly, is what causes a lot of the problems that we're dealing with. Where we have abuses that then have to be reconciled, recovered from, overcome, leads us into a downward spiral that does not help anyone. But it doesn't have to be this way, and it wasn't in the past. Statesmen sought reconciliation. They sought accord. They sought to find a way to move forward that would help society. Not always, but very often. How do we coexist with those whose beliefs diametrically oppose our own? How did the statesman do it? First of all, remember that nothing is intolerable other than immediate threats to the self or to loved ones. Clear and present danger, in other words. Even if someone proposes allowing the most heinous things, unless they're threatening you or yours, you have the choice to be polite. At various times in history, people have even been polite to their executioners. So, yes, you have the choice to be polite to those who just disagree with you. The main thing, though, is to treat people like people, because they are people, and we should treat people with respect. We should treat people like people, not just as proponents of policies. Not just as their positions. because people are more than their positions. And just by being people, they deserve to be treated with respect. Contempt does not help us to reach satisfying conclusions that move society forward or lead to reconciliation. So, disrespect should only be used very sparingly, and you should only use it to get attention from someone who has become mired in an inability to listen. In other words, someone who is throwing a tantrum. That's the only valid place for disrespect. And you can only use that if you have already established a baseline of showing respect. Because if you're disrespectful, then being disrespectful is not going to get anyone's attention. It's just you doing the same thing you have been doing. So, be very careful with disrespect. Instead, focus not on the person, but on the matter that is being discussed. So we have to establish a baseline of respect before we can even use disrespect. And we also need to focus on the matter at hand, not on the person who is opposing us. We need to focus on the matter at hand, not the person who's opposing us. We need to trace arguments back to their foundational principles and discuss the faults that we can find in those, not the perceptions that we have of faults in the people who are holding them. In short, we need to be people. We are not our positions, we are not our arguments, we are people. And as people, we need to treat other people with respect. And we need to seek truth. Because even if we win the argument, if we're wrong, we're not helping anyone. Join me next time when I'll talk a little bit more about the pursuit of truth.